My boss wants us to sign a non-compete agreement that is probably illegal, or it's our jobs. I work at a retail piercing shop for $12 an hour. She gave it to us Saturday and wants us to sign it tomorrow in front of a notary, or it's our jobs. We are in America, so everything is closed today for Labor Day. There are rumors she is being investigated for tax fraud. An old coworker has been trying to get unemployment and failed because the state has no record of them being paid. Obviously we aren't signing it. The entire document is 11 pages long and there is a whole lot in here that seems sketchy. But these are the parts that stand out to me as the worst. The employee agrees that during the employment and for a period of 2 years after the end of that term, the employee will not give advice or lend credit, money, or the employee's reputation to any natural person or business entity engaged in a competing business in any geographic area in which the employer conducts its business. And the employee will not, directly or indirectly, as employee, owner, sole proprietor, director, member, consultant, agent, founder, co-founder or otherwise, solely or jointly with others, engage in any business that is in competition with the business of the employer within the following geographic areas: town and surrounding counties. The employee waived any moral rights that the employee may have with respect to the confidential information. In the event that the employee is required in a civil, criminal or regulatory proceeding to disclose any part of the confidential information, the employee will give to the employer prompt written notice of such request so that the employer may seek an appropriate remedy, or alternatively to waive the employees complied with the provisions of this agreement in regard to the request. The clauses, paragraphs, and sub-paragraphs contained in this agreement are intended to be read and construed independently of each other. If any part of this agreement is held to be invalid, this invalidity will not affect the operation of any other part of this agreement. I posted on the legal subreddit to ask for legal opinions, but wanted to both share the audacity and I guess ask for other opinions. If this is illegal, I want to bring her down so she can't treat other people like this in the future. A retail piercing shop for $12 an hour and non-compete agreement do not fit together. I mean, seriously. Run for your life. Just laugh and say number $12 a hour? You can get that at a Wendy's. Didn't even bother reading it. 11 pages, $12 hour. Get the fuck outta here. Do not sign any document that you do not understand or agree with. Threatening people with losing their job if they don't sign is blackmail, and I'd seriously consider reporting it to your local labor board. Tell her all of her employees have decided to form a union. Your answer is no. And if she doesn't like it, you are all going on strike. Watch her flip her lid. Be sure to already start recording this event because the video will go viral. Don't sign. While it's almost assuredly unenforceable, it's a $12 retail job. Life is too short to work for assholes. It is not illegal, but it may not be enforceable. A non-compete for a fucking retail job? Get fucking bent already. I wouldn't sign it. They want you unemployed for 2 years? You have to be willing to pay someone for those 2 years. Will they? No $12 job is worth signing anything that restricts you once you leave. Under no circumstances sign that shit, even if it's not legal and can't be upheld in court. You've nothing to gain here. Do not sign it. I just spent $15,000 fighting an ex-employer over one. Even if it's not enforceable, you'll still need to hire a lawyer if you get sued. I would say you'll sign it when your lawyer finishes going through it. Go to legal aid and find an employment lawyer and bring them that 11-page document. Definitely go get copies at the local library so you have a copy for yourself. Let them fire you and get unemployment while you are looking for another job. In order for a non-compete to have any standing, you have to receive compensation for it. I'm guessing that your employer is unwilling to pay you 2 years' salary up front. So is unenforceable. Sounds like y'all got enough solidarity to not sign together. I'd use it to push for a little more solidarity. Make a low-key micro-union of your fellow workers. You'll be able to push for more together, including maybe a raise. If you tell the notary that you are under duress to sign, not signing of your own free will, they should refuse to notarize the document. Besides all the other reasons not to sign. Oh man. Most NDAs aren't enforceable, but this one is exceptionally not enforceable. You are always allowed to testify in court and tell the truth. There are certain times when you don't have to testify against your spouse, but it's always on you to decide. 11 pages. There is very likely an arbitration agreement hidden in it. This will fuck you over if they don't pay you. The state will dismiss a wage claim preceded by an arbitration agreement. Fast food restaurants pay $16 now. I do auto glass for a living. Trainees with no experience start at $19 and all tools are provided. I would walk if I were you. In the event that the employee is required in a civil, criminal or regulatory proceeding to disclose any part of the confidential information, the employee will give to the employer prompt written notice. It looks like your employer is expecting to be sued by someone and wants to prevent you from giving evidence against them. I think the owner got an NDA confused with a non-compete. Either way, not cool. Get fired and get unemployment, keep that document to show. An NCA for a $12-hour job? Enforceable or not? Pound sand rolling on the floor, laughing tears of joy, rolling on the floor, laughing tears of joy. Point 1 is illegal. My old employer tried that during a mass layoff and was told that the clause was illegal. Canada law. Ontario. As an attorney, I'd say it depends on the state you're in. I can't give legal advice on here. But, in my area, California non-compete clauses are illegal. The words on a contract are valid so far as that they comply with the law. Seems sketch. Sign nothing. In Washington state, NCAs are void if you make less than $100,000 a year. Her and her lawyer did lines like it was 1999. These types of clauses are for CEOs who will get a severance equaling 2 years of compensation for not working for a competitor for 2 years. This person can't expect you to starve. That's bullshit. Do not sign. May I suggest out psychotic the bitch by covering the whole contract with spray cheese and eating it? I would not sign this. I would consider going to a lawyer with it, but a lawyer may be unaffordable. I don't know the legal rights in any state about this one. I hope you get a better job somewhere else. Spelling edits. Thanks. Spell checker. For nothing. Edited again to add that a lawyer may not be affordable. Probably not enforceable. I wouldn't worry about it. My polite version response would involve the words fuck yourself sideways and turdwookie. Twatwaffle. There might be some discussion of come down a leg. I'm not at all sure I would remain polite. I had one for 5 years presented to me on a $28-hour job and told dude to fold it to all sharp corners and ram it straight up his ass as I walked out. This bitch is clearly delusional. Run. Have no one sign it. Have them fire all the staff. Have all the staff file a lawsuit. Have head office shit their pants. I'd get it for like a $70K a year job, or hell even a $50K a year job. For a $12 an hour job, I'd just refuse to sign and take the unemployment check.